What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm D.Knight, and it's a rivalry rematch.
Cause it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Yeah, it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Can't stop my hustle. No, you can't stop my shine. I ain't come to make no friends. I just came to get what's mine.
Welcome back to the Orioles franchise in MLB The Show. So currently we stand at 49-37 and are third place in the AL East. We are also a game and a half out of the wild card behind the same Red Sox, but 2 games out from the Angels. Now the AL East is very difficult. We actually have a 17-20 record against all of our division foes, but we do have a winning record against the Yankees and the Rays. But before we start this episode, we did make 3 moves. Our number 1 overall pick last year, Robert Hinckley, is now with the AAA club, the Tides. See if he can't continue his hot streak. And Adley Rutschman also joins him. We really need his hitting and everywhere with the catching, but he is our man, so he is up to AAA. We'll see what happens. And last but not least, Grayson Rodriguez also got a call up to AAA. See if he can't continue his dominance and possibly join the big league club next year. So 3 very important moves going into our future. We're already contending, but I think those 3 guys are really going to take us over the top. So what I'm looking at this episode, we do have the All-Star game, so we are going to check out our All-Stars if we have any. I can tell you that Trey Mancini is leading at first base currently, and he's actually second in votes get right now, which is awesome. But I'm thinking we are probably going to jump into a series between New York or Boston again, just because those are the 2 teams ahead of us. So we really need to be able to win against those guys. So let's get started. We got Tampa Bay here first. We got to go against Blake Snell and John Means. We have a winning record against the Rays, 5-4, and now it is 6-4. Wow, we kind of blew up Snell a little bit. And now we got Glasnow versus Yanoa. We get another big win. Wow, our offense is scorching right now. And now we have the Cleveland Indians, who are under 500. We have Aaron Brooks going against Kluber. We win 6-5. Let's continue the hot streak. Pineda Clevenger. We end up winning 4-1, and Vielma is hurt for a few days. But that's okay. Today is the Futures game. So we actually have, I guess, somebody that's in that. So let's take a look. So the NL Future actually beat the AL Futures 4-1. I keep forgetting that I can't check that box score. But I'm sure somebody we know is going to be in there. Probably like DL Hall or Grayson Rodriguez or something. Now let's jump back into the big league club here, as we can possibly finish off the series sweep against the Indians and against Carlos Carrasco. We do not. And we actually have somebody with the home run derby. So we ended up dropping the last one, as Gibson will have his 9th loss of the season. He just really needs to turn it around. He has a 4.1 ERA. Why can't he win? Very confused. So let's sim through the All-Star game here. And then we will take a look at, the Cubs get Ken Giles for Thompson, Morel, and Davis. Okay. We don't need to see any of those. The AL has defeated the NL. The Pirates are interested in offering us something for Dave Dician. How good is Michael Feliz? Not good enough. Sorry, Pirates. Let's keep it going. Let's get all the way here. No. Gotcha. He's no longer injured. Gotcha. Alright, so let's take a look at the All-Stars here. See who really got the All-Star. It's got to be Mancini at least. No starting pitchers, no relievers. Michael Givens, nice again. He's doing very well. I love him. First base, Trey Mancini, of course. Nobody at second. Mike Moustakas made it for third. My man, 19 homers, 65 RBIs. Nobody for shortstop, left field, center field, or right field. So for the AA All-Stars, we didn't have any pitchers, probably because we called up our one. Nobody as reliever, but Michael Baumann was the starter for closing, which is awesome. Catcher, nobody, but that's probably because Adley left. Logan Wyatt was at first. Nobody at second. Third base, Gustavo was there. Nice. Caden Grenier, the shortstop. Nobody in left. Center field was Austin Hayes. And Orlando Bautista also in right field. AAA, we didn't have any starting pitchers, no relievers. Tanner Scott made it. So all three of our closing pitchers were all-stars, which is phenomenal. No catchers, no first base, no second, no third, no short, no left. Anthony Santander out in center field, nice. And Yusniel Diaz out there in right. So let's continue simming through this month. We got Means versus Sensatella and a 52-40, a pretty good Colorado team. We end up winning 1-0. The Mariners are interested in a huge offer. Kenji Ito, eh? Starting pitcher, what do you got? Ooh, a potential, huh? 20-year-old for Bautista, Scott, and Grenier. I kind of feel that's a tough trade. I don't think I'm actually going to end up taking it, just because that takes away a lot of my position guys, and I feel pretty good with my pitchers, so we're going to decline. We did get the win anyway. Means we'll beat Sansatella, an actual gem of a pitching performance there by both of them. Versus Hoffman, we lose 2-1. Brooks versus Freeland, we lose 10-1. Whoa, what happened there? And we ended up dropping the series, which is no good. Now we got Pineda versus Yarborough here against Tampa Bay. And Pineda has injured himself. We're going to keep him active just a few days, but we lose 5-0. Again, we're having a tough time in this very tough AL East. We got McKay versus Gibson. We win 7-5. Snell versus Means. We lose 6-4. Are we able to earn a split against Glasnow? We do not. So we drop 3 of 4 at home to Tampa Bay, which does not help our playoff chances at all. Now we got the Blue Jays. We got Pannoni versus Brooks. Hopefully he can recover. Vielma now has cartilage damage in his knee. He is out about 2 to 3 months. Whoa, that's a 60-day IL. We do beat Toronto, as Aaron Brooks now has his 9th win. Now we have Trent Thornton versus Michael Pineda. We able to get a second win here? We do not. Are we able to at least get the rubber game? We do, 13-12. Holy crap. I mean, our offense is dang good. And now we are going to jump into this series against the Yankees. I do believe this is going to be our showcase game here at 1 o'clock. It's going to be Aaron Brooks versus Masahiro Tanaka. The Yankees right now have dropped into second place and are just a little bit above us in that wild card. So let's get to that game. We got Means versus Herman, whom we beat earlier. We lose 5-1. We're not on the greatest month so far. But now we got Montgomery versus Yanoa. Come on, let's do it. We got a 3-1 win. The Padres. Oh, you didn't want to trade me Manny Machado back? That's a shame. Adam Warren, no thank you. I will pass. So this is the game that we are going to jump into. So we have Masahiro Tanaka, his 11-5 with a 4.34 ERA, going against Aaron Brooks. This is a 9-5 record with 4 ERA. Let's take a quick look at the standings. We are third in the AL East. We are 2.5 behind the Yankees. We are actually 2.5 games out of the final wild card spot as well, As you can see, the Yankees and us have been struggling as of late, as the Rays have seemingly been on fire, as they've won 9 of their last 10 games. So we are going to jump into this game against those struggling Yanks. We got Brooks versus Tanaka. Orioles, Yankees in New York. Enjoy.
Rain falling here in the tri-state area as we close in on game time at Yankee Stadium. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. Trey Mancini, the American League's batting leader, steps into the box. Coming up next. Masahiro Tanaka will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this.
Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Zero daytime road game for him. What you got?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays.
First pitch on its way. Hit hard to short. Urshela scoops it up. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. It doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Judge is under it. And that's the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Orioles nothing. Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Aaron Brooks gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA.
Hit sharply on the ground. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
Hit well towards the hole. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting third.
First 2 batters find a sweet spot, barrel up perfectly. These fans.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has struggled to score runs the last couple games. Last 3 to 4 games to be exact. They're going to have to manufacture it in a different way. Can't wait for that 2-3 run homer. They're going to have to get guys on base.
He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. A pause, and the 0-2. Line drive to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. Still no score. The 0-1 on its way. Hit high and deep to right center. Judge is under it. 1 out. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Luplo is there. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. The 1-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. And the throw is wide. And And he'll get in there safely.
Swing at the rest of the game.
Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. Base hit. Riddle blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Roll. There's not.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. So 1 run here on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The O's lead this thing 1-0.
And I can't say enough about this player.
This is hit pretty well out to left field. Stewart looking up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Yankees have drawn even now at 1 apiece.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't.
Hard hit ball to second. Beyond loves it on the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. The 1-1 home. Liner towards second. And there are 2 away now. And here's a ball hit in the air. Smith is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit sharply on the ground. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt.
The count back to even.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1.
Welcome back. As the Yankees prepare for their third turn through the order, fans of the Bronx Bombers have been treated to quite a bit of production from this lineup so far this year. They enter the day among the league leaders in both home runs and runs scored, so it's no secret what a threat they present to opposing pitching staffs. As one player told me earlier, we've got a stacked lineup, so as long as we all show up to swing it every day, we're going to cause a lot of problems for the other guys. It's a fun group of guys to hit with.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And the throw is there to record the first out. Now the 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Beyond is up with it. And that's the second out. The 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Beyond has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. We played 3 full. We're tied at 1. Now a swing and a little tapper to the left of the mound. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Now this is foul tipped right into the catcher's glove as he holds on to preserve the strikeout, and there are 2 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone to protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
He's looking to do damage.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
As a batter right there, that's exactly the pitch your eyes light up on. You know he's known for a nasty split finger, but he left that one thigh high, and the batter did exactly what he's supposed to.
The set, and the 2-2. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Another full count pitch home. Giancarlo swings, and this ball is hit well into left field. Into the second deck and gone. It's a solo blast off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton, and that is 27 for him on the year, and the Yankees take the lead. It's 2-1.
Two home runs in 3 days. I'd say he's seeing the ball pretty well right now. I think it's time to start pitching around this guy.
The 2-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he just to bury this guy and get him out of there.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More from the Bronx after this. The 3-2 pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Working for the punch out and the offering. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Hicks. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Now batting. Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy.
Stay out there much longer. If he puts somebody else on, we'll see if he can find it.
Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Hey, that's not a bad first milestone. The 100th career RBI, Dero.
Yeah, after your first original knockdown, probably for you, your first strikeout, your first bomb, you want to start putting some zeros on the back end of these numbers. 100th ribby, nice milestone right there.
The 2-1. Bat explodes as this has popped up. There's one.
Now back.
Grounded back up the middle. Step on the bag for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Baltimore's out in front, 3-2. Takes this the other way to right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Barrel. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position. First offering on its way. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Almost into the short porch, but it's off the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his 2nd hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Here comes the Baltimore skipper out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be off for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here, and you know he would have loved 1 more out to qualify for the win, but he's gone nonetheless after 4 2/3. D.Knight trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
D.Knight.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Lifted into the air out towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Line hard to center field. Hicks is there, and he has it for the 1st out. Line drive to left, and that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Here's the 0-1. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to Voit, an inning-ending double play. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the 1st out. High and deep to right center. Smith going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. The 1-0. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. And that's in there, base hit. So that knock keeps the bottom of the 6th inning hot.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. The Yanks leave 1. Still a 3-2 ball game. Adam Ottavino is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 0. Adam Ottavino.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes. The 1-1 home. High in the air out to center field. After it is Hicks. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. Another full count pitch on its way. Grounded up the first baseline. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, but they still lead it 3-2. Sean Kelly gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 27, Sean Kelly.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Here now the 2-2. Takes this the other way to right, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing.
Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. The throw pulls him off the bag. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. Tommy Hunter takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Number 96, Tommy Hunter.
You're sitting off speed, that fastball's going to blow right by you.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone. And then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Yanks strand a pair. They trail 3-2. Chad Green has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. He pulls this one into right. Judge is there, 1 away.
And that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
The 1-1 home. Popped him up. Luplow has room in foul territory. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Orioles leave 1. They're up 3-2. The 2-2 one more time. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And that's through for a hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll get in at second base as the time runs aboard with a leadoff double.
Now batting. Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt.
Here comes the first pitch. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as they've taken a 1-run lead. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
D-Row, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get into that batting box.
Edelbray Ramos is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
And unfortunately, that one stayed inside.
The 3-1. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another
Now
hard
batting,
hit single.
the
3
first
for 4
baseman.
right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the third time in this game he's
Now
gone
batting,
down on strikes.
shortstop,
Not the game he was
Gio
hoping to have when he was taking
Urshela.
batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
And that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2.
Classic slider down
Number
and away
90.
for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter.
Ready on 0-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Up with it, Cisco. And the throw to first ends the inning. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. It's now 4-3 Bombers. Tommy Kahnle comes
your
on from the
attention,
pen,
please.
hoping to finish this
Now
one off
pitching
here in the
for the
top
New
of the
York
ninth.
Yankees. Number 48, Tommy Kahnle.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, this is where the manager makes his money right there.
Now
Nice at bat. Now it's a question
Dan.
of whether or not he pinch runs. Dan, as a pitcher,
Your
did it make you a little
attention,
nervous when a guy had
Big
jets
running
on
at
the base
first
path?
for
Oh,
the
no
Orioles.
doubt about it. This is a
Number
very
12.
difficult spot. You're one hit away from getting right back into this game and tying this game up. You're going to have to.
The 2-2. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Urshela will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. Runner. First pitch on its way. Pitch inside the throw. It's on the bag, and he is out trying to take second, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. New York came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Chad Green gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Tommy Kahnle wraps it up for the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
What a disappointing loss as we had the lead until the 8th inning. The bullpen could not hold it. So we ended up losing 4-3. The line score for the Orioles 3-7-1, 4-11-2 for the Yankees. Just kind of a sloppy game in the field. Pitching, just a lot of pitches over the plate for both teams. Obviously, the Yankees got 3 home runs, 4 runs scored. It's a little nutty here, but Riddle and Arcia, they both went 2 for 4. Smith Jr. had 2 RBIs again. Error from Moustakas. Wilkerson got thrown out. Pitching performance, Brooks went 4 2/3, 2 earned runs. His pitch count was way up, 7 strikeouts. Tate came in and did 1 1/3 scoreless. Hunter was actually the losing pitcher on record, who gave up 2 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning. And Ramos came in, pitched a full inning, got 3 strikeouts. For the Yankees, I mean, nothing too great here. Gary Sanchez went 3 for 4, 2 for 4 for Stanton with 2 home runs. Sanchez had the other home run, 2 errors, 1 for Urshela and Sanchez. Tanaka pitched 6 strong innings, gave up 3 earned runs, did walk 3, struck out 6. but their bullpen actually came in and shut us down in 3 innings. With that loss, we now drop to 3 games out of the final wild card spot. The Yankees are now in the top spot, which is awesome. The Angels are in the last wild card spot, so we have a winning record against them, but they don't play in this very tough AL East because this is brutal. I think we're around 500, if not under 500 now. It's a very tough division, but we're going to keep powering through here. We got Pineda versus Price. We welcome the division leaders home to Camden Yards. We get the first win, 8-1. Pineda is still pitching great. That is fantastic. Now we got Kyle Gibson, which I need him to get that ERA under 4. He is our ace of the rotation so far. We do win 11-0. That is awesome. He's closing in on that. Keep away from that 10th loss, please, Gibby. So we've already got a series split against Boston. Now we have Means versus Sale. We win again. We have taken the first 3 of the series against the division leaders here. Means will get his 8th win. Sale will get his 3rd loss. Ooh, maybe we are getting hot. And now we got Yanoa versus Eduardo. Are we able to get a series sweep? We don't. We lose 6-4 as Edebrey will get his 3rd loss in a row with his 5.32 ERA. He's struggling just a bit. Let's get past the open day. And now we got Jordan Montgomery versus Aaron Brooks. And those very tough Yankees. If we're able to continue to beat the Yankees, we have a chance to get that wild card spot. So let's do it. Aaron Brooks sustained an injury, inflamed hip. He's out 1 to 2 weeks. So we're going to have to update our rotation, but we do get the win 7-5. Dylan Tate 3-1, 3.44. That is beautiful. Now we will jump into the second game of the series against Tanaka, who we saw just outduel Brooks. But we got Pineda on the mound. We win again. We get another series win. And now we have the same record as the Yankees. Boy, is it getting interesting. Now we will jump into the third game here. We got Kyle Gibson versus Luis Severino. Come on, Gibby, let's get a series sweep here, buddy. And we do not. We lose 15-7. Wow. But again, we are just 2 games out of the AL East and 1 game behind in the wild card race. But we are going to stop the simming there since today is the trade deadline. We are going to take a look at the stats as we see the Orioles 2 games behind. The Tides are in second place, 5 games behind with a 57-53 record. And the Bowie Bay Sox are first, even though they've been 3-7 in their last 10. They are 3.5 games up. Now it's time for the monthly stats. VR hitting 285 with 12 home runs. Dwight Smith 251 with 11. Mancini is cold but still hitting 331, 29 home runs. He's definitely going to have a 30 home run, possible 40 home run season and 100 plus RBIs. Nkar is finally hitting the ball, 262 with 19. Moustakis 234 with 20. Need him to get that average up a little bit. Riddle hitting 233 with 8. He might end up hitting 10 home runs. Arcia 261 with 9. Cisco, this is why I need Rutschman up here as soon as possible, 200 with 3 home runs. DJ Stewart 244 with 10. Severino is hitting under 200 with 9 home runs. Stevie Wilt 268 with 2. Ronaldo is hitting over 300 with 9 home runs. Really need to get him some more at-bats. Alberto 288 with 7. Pitching wise, Kyle Gibson is 5-9 with 3.97 ERA. Means 8-7 with 3.15. He is pitching lights out right now. Yanoa 9-5 with 3.5. Block has yet to have a start, but it's coming up soon for him. He's in there for the injured Aaron Brooks currently. Pineda's 8-4 with a 3.97. Dylan Tate 3-1 with 3.51. Tommy Hunter 3-3 with a 4.01. Edibre, who started out hot, has cooled down significantly. He's 7-3 with a 5.94. Sean Kelly 5-4 with a 5.03. Our bullpen has just kind of slowly burned its way out. Except for Richard Blyer, 0-1, .77 ERA. This guy is incredible. Castro 1-1 with 3.7. Michael Givens 2-2 with a 2.25 ERA and 34 out of 39 saves. He's going to have a career record in saves for himself. That's nice. Now it's time for the minor league report. So starting here in AAA, the lineup, Richie Martin hitting .215, 6 home runs, not looking too solid. I was kind of worried about that. Santander's hitting over 300 with 9 home runs. Hinckley up here at AAA hitting .309 with 7 home runs and 97 at-bats. He's going to get the call up next year for sure. Rio, .229 with 6 dingers. Adley, .234 with 1. Usneal, .287 with 13. He might end up being on the club next year as well. Mountcastle, I'm still scratching my head. .219 with 4. He just can't seem to turn it around for us. I kind of wanted him up with the big league club this year. It doesn't look like next year is going to happen either. Bostic, .267 with 6. Cedric Mullins, .232 with 8. Starting to lose faith in my man there. Walker Jean is back from the IL. He's hitting .250 with 3. Valentine 182 and 1. Austin Wins 220 with 6. And Anderson Feliz 250 with 6. The Tide's pitching staff, Bundy 8-6 with a 3.49. He's really starting to kind of turn the corner. If he's able to contribute next year, I will be happy. Thomas Eshelman 7-4 with a 3.1 and a sub-1 whip. Again, he had time with the big league club, kind of blew it towards the later, but he's still doing it. Raul Alcantara has not pitched yet for AAA. David Hess 7-5 with a 2.98. Grayson Rodriguez 1-1 with a 2.32 already in 31 innings pitched. He's definitely making a case to make the team next year. Lane Knight 1-9 with a 2.81. Hunter Harvey 6-9 with a 3.59. He's starting to make a case to make the bullpen next year. Paul Fry 0-1, 7.5. Not looking good for you, my friend. Klein 3-1, 4.26. Yacobonis, he got called up to AAA. And 3 1/3, 5.4 ERA. Well, we'll kind of see how it all works out for him. Sean Gilmartin 3-1 with a 2.89, and Tanner Scott 3-3 with a 2.35. And for the Bay Sox lineup, Bautista hitting .263 with 5 home runs. He leads the league in steals. I just saw that going across, so good for him. Austin Hayes .265 with 8. R.D. Navarro's starting to kind of pick it up again, .273 with 3. Logan Wyatt .275 with 6. Gustavo .270 with 11. Caden .224 with 10 home runs. Reinheimer .243 with 2. Maxwell .248 with 2. He might end up challenging in AAA as the starting catcher because we already know that Adley's coming up. Cole Billingsley is hitting above 300 with 10 home runs. Martin Zager, one of our draft picks from last year. He's very low overall, but needed to be called up because of an injury. Hitting just 152, 2 RBIs. Dave Dissian, .214 with 3. Devlin Granberg, .228 with 2. And Brett Cumberland, .267 with 1. For those AA pitchers, Rogers 1-2 with a 4.5. He hasn't even really recovered from his AAA stint. Luis Ortiz 4-8 with a 4.54, not looking good. Derek Switzer was just called up from Single A Delmarva. Luis Gohara 9-7 with a 3.65. He's kind of the ace now of the Bowie squad. And DL Hall 7-3 with 3.55. Chandler Shepard's 9-4 with 2.59. Tyler Danish ended up getting crushed, 6.95 ERA 0.0. Jose Mesa has yet to recover, 2-7 with a 7.15. Cody Carroll is 7-0 with a 2.25. If he can bump up that overall, he can start getting a look. Pedro Rajo 2-3 with a 4.2. Nick Rumbelow 6-5 with a 2.76, and the All-Star Michael Baumann 1-1 with a 2.01 ERA. But that's where we're going to wrap up this episode. When we come back, we will hit the trade deadline, and I believe I'm ready to make some deals. Hopefully, possibly for a top-line pitcher, we will have to see. But we'll get through the next month in August, and we will continue our trek to the wild card race, if not even the AL East race. We'll have to see. But thanks again for watching, and as always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next episode. D.Knight out.
They thought it was a game till I came back with that win overtime. I've been working, now I'm back at it again. Now we ain't finished, what you thought that was it?